Okay, we're back. We're back. It's live. We're on the Hardnose Sports Report, and it's happening today in the NFL. We've got shit flying in all directions. We've got Jacksonville puking up all over themselves. They had a 3-game lead with 4 to go, and they just threw up all over themselves. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. How do you mess it up? I don't know. How do you mess it up? I just don't know. I don't have the answers. But I will tell you this. The Houston Texans are happy that the Jags had no answers today. All right? There's no answers, but the Texans sent it in last night, even though they got kind of lucky. They got kind of lucky because here we go. Gardner, Minshew, Papa Rico, whatever you want to call him, has got his boy wide open, Goodson. And he spit the bit himself. He dropped it. He could have walked in. He could have walked it in and sent the Colts to the playoffs. But no. So the Texans persevere. They go a few games without their rookie stud QB, CJ. And what happens? He steps right back in from where he was, and he gets it done. He takes them to the promised land along with the Miko Ryans. Look out, here we go. Holy cow. Unbelievable. But you got more than that. It's been amazing. It's been an unbelievable year in the NFL. Trying to find a Seahawks game. I'm stuck with Kansas City, LA, Green Bay, the Bears. I mean, are you serious? Justin Fields, I believe he can gut this team today. I believe he can gut them, rip them, and gut them. And here, even if Green Bay loses, it doesn't mean the Seahawks are in. Because if the Seahawks fit the bit and Green Bay, somehow Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints will get in today. To the dance. Today. So let's see what happens. It's early on. But Justin Fields is just moving the ball down the field at will. At will. Oh my goodness gracious. At will. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Last night, we went and watched the top team in the SPHL, the Southern Professional Hockey League, the Birmingham Bulls. We went and watched them. And man, they did not disappoint. They went and spanked the Pensacola Ice Flyers. After a lackluster first period, of course. Yeah, that's what these good teams do, for whatever reason. They have a rough first period. They're down 1-0. They come out in the second. All of a sudden, it's 2-0. And it was like unbelievable. Holy fucking shit. Let's get it revved up and ready to go. So that's what they did. They ensued to score 4 unanswered goals to take a 4-2 win from the Pelham Civic Center last night. Incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. They're a good hockey club. It is the lowest form of professional hockey in the United States of America. But it's still live hockey. And damn, it's fun to go watch live hockey. But today, it's week 18. It's week 18 of the NFL season. And there's shit happening. Justin Fields is just ripping and tearing into that Green Bay defense so far. But they got held on that one. So Cairo Santos coming in to take the early lead for the Monsters of the Midway. Oh, and he puts it off the pipe and in. Wow. 3-0 Chicago. But in all honesty, we have got to find the Seahawks game. There. Oh, my goodness. There it is. Unbelievable. This winter, this is going to be a tough game on the Seahawks today, quite honestly. I mean, if you really think about it, they're a tough team. They may not be very good, but they're still tough. But let's do it. Let's do a out-of-town scoreboard. The out-of-town scoreboard today in the NHL. Flames and Hawks after 2, or no, with 7 minutes to go in the second, are all tied up at 2. With 4 minutes to go in the second, Capitals and Kings all tied up at 2. So it's a Deuces Wild Sunday in the NHL. Now, let's go to the NFL. On Saturday night, it was the Steelers over the Ravens, 17-10. And the Texans, 23-19. Now today, Titans over the Jaguars. Saints absolutely demolished the Falcons. The Jets, 17-3 in what very well could have been the last coached game in the history of the Patriots for Billy Belichick. Lions over the Vikings, 30-20. Bengals put a stamp on their game in Cincy against the Brownies, 31-14. And the Bucs, they just win it all on defense because a putrid offense of 9, but they gave up nothing. So 49ers are up early, 7-0. Bears up 3-0 in the late game. All their games are tied at 0. So we got to see what's going to happen. All I know is this. If it's the end of Billy Belichick's reign of 24 plus years with 6 Lombardi trophies to his name, it's been one hell of a run. But everything comes to an end sooner or later. We just want to see what's going to happen here. When will they go ahead? But man, the worst thing for the Steelers now that they are in the playoffs, they will be without T.J. Watt next week. He will be missing the game. That stemming from the MCL sprain that he incurred last night in that game. And, I mean, it's tough. here you are. You know, I mean, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But that's what happens in the NFL. It is a tough league to play in. A super tough league to play in. And I'll tell you, if you're a Texans fan, you're a happy son of a bitch today. But then again, you're going to have it rough next week. You will have it rough and tough because the big bad brownies are coming into NRG. So I personally was telling a friend of mine who's a huge Houston fan, he'd have been better off not winning that division and getting the likes of quite possibly the Bills or the Mahomes and the Chiefs, because I think they match up better against those teams. I'm going to tell you right now, the Browns are a team that you do not want to mess with. I think they could win 2 games, but you never know. It doesn't really matter. The AFC is set. The only thing that's going to change is a little bit of the numbers. Who's number 2? Who's number? That's the only thing that's going to change. The team you got to not watch out for, but the team now that they lost TJ Watt. I mean, in all honesty, you blowed TJ Watt. And the Steelers, I believe they're one and done. No matter who they play, they're going to get spanked. They're going to get spanked all over the field. Mason Rudolph's little glass slipper, it's getting ready to fall off. I mean, come on. He is not, he's not. I mean, he is a nice little story, kind of like Tommy Cutlets, over there for the Giants. It's like, hey, if you really thought that they could sustain what they were doing, it's not happening. But we need a big Green Bay loss. We need a Packers loss. We need a Seahawks victory. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if they both lose today, the Packers and the Seahawks? Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints will slide into the playoffs. Slide right in. Holy cow. Do I think both teams will lose today? No. But do I think the Cardinals can give the Seahawks a game today? Yes. I do believe that's possible. We do have a couple of viewers out there today. If you got anything to say, feel free. Oh, yes. Go Bears, right? Joey Weisel in the house saying that. Yeah. And we got Jess Slavey. Yeah, that is a hard hit with TJ Watt, man, I'll tell you. Pumped him right on down. He's out for at least 2 weeks. Minimum 2 weeks. And I'll tell you, it'll be hard for him to play in 3 weeks with MCL strain. Yeah, but who knows? The guy's tougher than nails. Tougher than nails. Oh, look at Kenny Walker go down the sideline. Texans to the Super Bowl, Joey says. Let's see. He says to the Super Bowl. Yes, to the Super Bowl. That would be my toilet bowl. The Super Bowl. So, I mean, hey. He's putting it on the tape. Well, I'm putting it on the tape too. On the tape to my Super Bowl. I'm going to take a big, fat, healthy hump day, and it's going to be the Texans getting flushed when I'm done. I hate to break people's bubbles, but quite honestly, I think they can stay in the game against the Cleveland Browns. but I don't think they can beat them if that's who they end up playing. I just have a feeling something about that Brownie squad that says hello America. It says hello America, and they are a team of. I could see this team with the couple of the right breaks because their defense is that good playing on Championship Sunday. So that means they'd have a shot of going to the big dance, the big enchilada, the whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. All I know is right now, Kenny Walker needs to get wild. Unbelievable. How does he just ran from one side of the field back to the other side of the field. Balcony. Man, that's Barry Sanders-esque. Holy cow. But that was craziness. You don't see that very often. Holy cow. But any questions out there? Any questions from my audience today? The best callers in the business. Do we have anything? Other than the Texans to the Super Bowl, he put it on the tape. Willie Disley down to the 21-yard line. Holy cow. Seahawks coming out strong. Let's go on the board with 7. Let's go on the board with 7. We going on the board with 7. I sure hope so right here. Holy cow. But look at the first coach who's going to get his walking papers today. Pretty damn sure. Pretty darn sure it's going to happen immediately. Yes, slow your roll, Harry. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Slow your roll, Harry. He is a little excited. I mean, he is a little excited right now, Jess. I will give you credit. He is like, I think he might be a little delirious right now. It happens. I mean, you get caught up in the emotions of the game. And but where I'm going here is, who is going to be the first coach given the pink slip tonight? Will it be Rivera? The first announced. I mean, there's going to be plenty of coaches today. But is it Rivera? Like, is it moments after the game today? Is it Billy? Is it Billy B in New England? Will he be the, Yeah, he jinxed himself, all right. You ain't lying, right? Jinxing himself with the bit. Well, I just said what it was. And they might make the Super Bowl, but it's going to be my Super Bowl when I take a healthy Humpty Dumpty and flush it, because they're going to be in there. They're a decent team, but they're a year or two away still. They don't have enough talent to go all the way this year. And we're talking about the Texans, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the Houston Texans, coached by D'Amico Ryans, who's done a hell of a job, who probably should get the number 2 slot behind Kevin Stefanski from the Browns for Coach of the Year this year. But the Seahawks here trying to kick a field goal to get themselves on board, and Joey Myers puts it right down the pipe, right down the center. That's what we got to do. Roll it in. Yes. In other news, we do have a huge game tomorrow night in the college football playoff series between the Michigan Wolverines and the Washington Huskies. And I'll tell you, If Michael Penix Jr. does what he did last week, tomorrow night, at the end of that game, you're going to see Michael Penix Jr. and the Washington Huskies raising that trophy above their heads as national championships this year in college football. So we shall see. We shall watch. We will be there. And the Hardnose Sports Report might do a live show during the game tomorrow. We've got to see how it goes. But right now, it's week 18 of the 23-24 National Football League regular season. And there's a lot of things happening. There's already been a lot of things that have happened today. The AFC is set. The teams that are in are in. Jacksonville has been eliminated. You're gone. To think Jacksonville, with 4 weeks to go, had a 3-game lead. And they did what? They shit the bed. Yes. Let's see. That's a very good question. That is a hell of a question. And there's lots of guys out there that's going to have their name in the fold. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard. Not for Myles Garrett to get that this year. He's had a damn good year. Myles Garrett has been absolutely dominant. Dominant. In one word, dominant. Whew. But you got the likes. TJ Watt had a hell of a year. Again, the OG, Aaron Donald. Unbelievable. I think Micah Parsons, very good year. Huge year in Dallas. But I think where he gets hurt is you got 2 or 3 guys there in Dallas that could take votes away from each other because their whole defense has been like just amazing this year, really. So that's going to be interesting to see who's going to get that. We all know who's going to get the MVP. And if it's anybody other than Lamar Jackson, I'll tell you, you thought Trump said it was rigged? Oh my God. That something would be absolutely craziness if Lamar Jackson doesn't win the MVP. The better question is, who's the offensive rookie of the year? Anybody got any thoughts on who that might be? Because, man, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of guys who had big years. Offensive rookie of the year on that side of the ball. Then oh, look at this. Got a Michigan fan. Got a Michigan Wolverines fan. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game. I mean, I just want to see a great game. I would love to see the greatest game in CFP history. That's 10 years of football, the way they played this playoff. I would like to see the last year of this scenario, the way they do it now. I would just love to see the greatest game in the 10 years since they've done it the way they're doing it. That would be huge. It would be large. And we'll have to see, because we're going to know in just a little over 26 hours from now when the game starts. And we'll have to see how it is. Jess, are you still out there in big Texas country? You're out there in Texas still? Or where are you at these days? I know last time I talked to you, you said you was going out to Big T. Big T. But yep. On Fansville. These Fansville commercials are something else. Unbelievable. In other sports today, again, Chicago Blackhawks up on the Calgary Flames, 3-2. End of the second. End of the second, Capitals and Kings are all tied up, knotted up at 2. Deuce is wild. And right now, in the late games, the Chiefs are up. The Raiders are over the Broncos. Giants leading the Eagles. And the Rams and Niners all tied up at 7. And how about them boys? With a 7-0 lead with 2 minutes to go in the first. Big 7. And let's go to the FCS Championship today. Now that's like Division 2. It's Division 2 football. We have the South Dakota State Jackrabbits with a huge lead with 5 minutes to go in the game. 23-3 over the Montana Grizzlies. This will be the Jackrabbits, and I do believe I'm correct about this, 3rd straight championship, and they've been to the last 4 championships. I don't think they've won all 4 the previous 3. I think they won 2 of the previous 3, and they're winning today. So that's huge, though. That's huge. We're looking at Puka Nakua about to break 60. I want to say it's a 63 or 64 year record for most receiving yards by a rookie wide receiver. Going into today's game, I believe he was 29 yards. 29 yards away. So I see him breaking that record today. That's a big deal. 60-something years. I mean, that's wild. Records are all made to be broken. But when they've been tested through the time, like that record has, that's pretty impressive feat. I mean, it's like in hockey. I mean, one day you gotta think. One day, somewhere, probably long gone after I'm gone. There's no question about that. Wayne Gretzky's records are going to fall eventually. Can you imagine what type of player that's going to take to beat those? Yeah, C.D. Lamb gotta be right there as offensive player of the year, Jess. Yes. He's had a great year. Broke all the Cowboys receiving records for yardage and for receptions from the great Michael Irvin. Wore the same number 88. So, okay, and yeah, you're in Midland. Okay, nice. Midland. How's the weather down there in Midland? Whoa. I know it's cold as a motherfucker up here, boy, in Alabama. Woo! Cold. You know? We even got a cold. And you got to put a few cough drops in. But Geno Smith, 4 out of 6, 46 yards. Early on, 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Moving the ball. Jackson Smith and Jagba. What a drop.
There is no call to play. Second down. Please reset the play clock to 40 seconds. Both clocks will start when I'm ready for play six.
Yeah. Looks like our boy jumped off there, Jeff. Holy cow, you guys just missed a field goal? For real? You know where that kicker came from, right? My two-time defending Birmingham Stallions from the USFL. He hadn't missed a field goal all year. And if he just got it blocked, that's his first miss of the year. Wow. Aubrey is like, he is so good. He never missed here in Birmingham either. The 2-year run that he had here is what got him to the NFL. And now, this year, he's done nothing but just be automatic. It doesn't matter. 50 yards. Oh, okay. Oh, 55 yards. Yeah, we'll put him out there. Bang. Oh, pop. Right through. Oh, 30 yards. Yeah, I'm going to. He says, I'll do it with my eyes closed. I mean, he has just been, unbelievable. Yeah, Puka he's had a hell of a year. Puka. But, yeah. Well, we just dodged a bullet there. Yep, we just dodged a bullet there. Geno should have been picked, but not for 6. Just picked. But he dropped an easy. INT. Yeah. And I'll tell you, like some of these new coaches that were hired last year, I know it's the end of the year. Some of them have, been all that. But you could see where their systems are starting to work with the teams they're with. I mean, Arizona has played above and beyond where anybody thought they would be this year. Okay? At John Gannon. Shane Steichen in Indianapolis. I mean, look, they did it with a backup quarterback all year. Richardson was gone, after week 3? Who else? I'm just trying to think. I mean, off the top of my head, Sam Laporta. I'm afraid he might be gone for the year. His leg, I watched it today. The play where he was out of the game. He went that way, and his knee went this way. It was like, it hurt just to watch. But yeah.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
Oh no.
Center stage and is crushed by a baby.
Caffrey's had a huge year.
You're replacing me?
Customize and save with Liberty Dividend.
He doesn't even have any stats.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Could I get the 10-piece chicken McNuggets? Wait, no, Big Mac.
The game today is in.
I'm still here.
It's in Washington today, or it's in Arlington? You guys are on the road, or you're at home?
I'm losing my hair.
With the Cowboys today.
Indeed. When something is off, it can feel hard to hide. Get connected with medical professionals who create personalized treatments for you at HIMS.com.
Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't know. We do have some football going though. Man, oh man, alive. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's get out of the YouTube and go over here. Let's see, Raiders, and I'll tell you, here's a problem you got right here. Just real quick, you got Antonio Pierce. Everybody on that fucking team wants Antonio Pierce to get that fucking job. They want it signed, sealed, and delivered fucking probably faster than the first guy who's going to get fired today. And for whatever reason, Mark Davis loves Jim Harbaugh. Loves Jim Harbaugh. And I'm going to tell you, you are going to have serious issues if you fucking give that job to anybody but Antonio Pierce. Straight up. I mean, that's going to be crazy if Pierce doesn't get the job. But it is what it is. It's professional football at its finest. They fuck up the biggest. They do. They fuck up some shit, boy. I don't get some of these owners. They make some huge mistakes. But it's 7-0. 7-0 Raiders right now. Denver's on the 12-yard line, coming on down. Yep. Russell's done in Denver. Where's he going to go next year? I mean, he needs to go somewhere where they're drafting a rookie and let him play for 6-7 games, you know, and then insert the rookie. This guy, Max Crosby's an animal, too. Fuck, he's an animal. I'm watching here. He spars with the UFC middleweight champion, Sean Strickland. He spars with him. Listen, man, you can't be no slouch if you're sparring. Unbelievable. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a live peek in at the Packers. See what they're doing this afternoon. Yeah, for McCaffrey. Not McCaffrey, but for Laporta. I watched the play, dude. I watched the play. And, I mean, I hope it's not, season ending or anything. But it did not look good. Like I said, leg went that way, knee went that way. Wow. Green Bay just took a 7-3 lead while pending the point PAT. Wow. So it is determined. Houston will host against the Cleveland Browns next Sunday. Okay. Houston, you've got an issue. And it's Myles Garrett. And he's coming. He's coming for CJ. Oh, he's coming all right. And so are the rest of them boys from the dog pound. He coming. They coming to get your ass. Hear that, Joey? They coming to get your ass. But that's how it goes. Okay. Let's see. How do I? I want to see something here. I want to invite somebody. See if I can invite you to the show, Jess. See if I can invite you to the show. Never done this before, so I don't know how to do this. But I'm going to try. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions for guests. Okay, so guest instructions on laptop, desktop, boom bop, deep top. Nope.
Women going through menopause. Vioza, a prescription treatment for moderate to severe basal motor symptoms. The medical name for hot flashes and night.
I don't think I know how to do it.
Hormone-free Vioza. You can have fewer hot flashes.
Little dipsy doodle.
More not flashes. Vioza's proven.
Oh yeah, I know I'm right about the Raiders. I know I'm right about the Raiders. You want to talk about a team having total fucking mass fucking civil fucking unrest? Hire anybody but Antonio Pierce right now. And especially if they win today. That could be a possibility right there. Russell to Washington. Because they got to draft another QB. And this way you could let them sit. Maybe have Russ play the first 5 or 6 games while you're, teaching them your offense, because it's going to be all new shit in there. Who knows? That could be Belichick fucking there next year. That's one of the places they're talking about him going. Either that or the Chargers. I mean, if I'm Belichick, I want to go where Herbert is. I mean, just saying. But. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yep. Jigs are wild. Paul's Pantry.
Selected in the draft. He's a good one. He led the Packers in receiving for the month of November. Someone different has led every month this season.
Uh-oh. Tip drill, intercept one. You know what? It's the game you're watching. Let me see if I can flip that game on for a minute. Ooh, let's see. We'll go red zone. We'll go red zone. That way we can just get all the games. Okay. Oh, look at this shit, man. Kyler Murray. I told you, this is going to be a fuck up for us today, man. I'd rather just not make the playoffs. Give me a fucking better draft pick, man. I mean, come on. Giants up on Philadelphia 3-0. 10 out of 13 for Dak. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Last few weeks, he's starting to throw those INTs again. If you're going to do anything in the playoffs, man. He's going to have to slow down on those INTs.
Big stop there, but Jalen Hurts has hurt his middle throwing finger.
Oh! Look at Hurts' finger. He just bounced it off a fucking, oh my God. He just bounced it off a helmet. Unbelievable. It's all twisted. Oh. That could be huge. He could miss, well, he's definitely going to miss the rest of this game. But what happens next week? because they're not getting no by, ladies and gentlemen. His finger is literally, what? All jutted out. Oh, man, look out. Philadelphia Freedom coming to a halt. Philly going down in the first round. Oh, yeah. Not looking good. Oh, my God. He bounced it off the helmet. Whoop, whoop, and twisted it up. Middle finger is not doing this anymore. It's definitely not doing that anymore. It's doing one of these anymore. He might have the look of cerebral palsy in the hand. I guess that's not nice to say, but it's my fucking show and I say whatever I want.
Shoot inside, and a great job by Preston Smith coming in The Eagles have not had another offensive snap since the replay we showed you of Hurts banging into a Giants player with his finger. Taylor's back in the game after take the Giants back. Gene actually used, for the people who remember, an index card to see if there was space between. I have the perfect tool for you guys right here. I've got the perfect tool, guys, right here. Let's go triple box with the three teams severely in play in the late window for the playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys on the bottom, Philadelphia Eagles upper right, and upper left, the Green Bay Packers. Tyrod Taylor makes a completion, but just a few-yard gain there.
I can't make it to the phone right now. Please leave your name, your number, and a brief message. I will return your call as soon as I can. Thank you.
Mr. Harder, I'm calling you live from the Hardnose Sports Report on YouTube. And I thought I'd get an answer, but what's going on with Jalen Hurts? He just twisted his finger. It looks like a fucking pretzel after he popped it off the guy's helmet. You guys are in trouble. It's almost, well, it looks like the Giants are going to score, so it could be 10-0 here shortly. You give me a call back, and I'll put you on the show with me. Holy fucking shit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are live on the Hardnose Sports Report. Sunday, January 7th. The day before the college football playoff final. Week 18. Let me tell you, the Eagles are fried. The Eagles are fried. Oh!
He just doesn't have to jump to catch you in his chest. Just keep your feet on the ground. Reach your hands above your head. Watch, he jumps, but then catches it on his chest. This was not a high point ball, and you can see right there, based on where
Unbelievable. Hello, Mr. Harder.
Hello there. This is playing on YouTube.
Yes, we're on the Hardnose Sports Report live.
It's great being here for the first time ever. I just got the message you sent.
And
What do you need to know? Because I might be able to tell you.
I mean, Philadelphia's down 10-0. Jalen Hurts' finger looks like a pretzel. Do the fucking Philadelphia Eagles actually have a shot in hell?
You know, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even know where to begin. You know, we're about to lose our star quarterback. One of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play the game.
Holy cow, have you been drinking this afternoon, sir?
No, not at all. You know?
I mean,
history live.
you're right. Okay, well, you're at the 50-minute mark of the show. I've been on air for 50 minutes now, and you're the first guest on the show.
Well,
You can look it up on YouTube and go to the 50-minute mark, and you'll hear yourself as you
Are
speak.
you really on?
Yes, I am on YouTube.
Oh, snap, nice. It's awesome.
Yes, I'm on the Hardnose Sports Report. I told you.
I love to hear it.
You know, so if you want to come on, I mean, you know, if you want to check it out, like right now, we have audio, we have video, and we're just talking sports this afternoon. We're talking the NFL playoff scenarios, and it's been crazy.
And I said in the beginning of the year, you know, we're going to do great, and then we'll lose it all at the end. It looks like we're going to lose it all.
Yeah, you guys are in trouble. I would definitely say you guys probably look like you're cooked. I don't know. I mean, it's unbelievable to just what has happened to this club in the last 6 weeks. It's been simply, absolutely insane to go from where you were to where you now will probably, if you lose this game today, you will drop out of the number 2 slot and go all the way to 3. Detroit, with the huge win that they had earlier today, will become the number 2 seed. The scary thing is, I don't think it really matters where you guys. Heck, they could give you the number 1 slot, and I think you'd still figure out a way to lose next week. Not even playing. That's the way you've been playing. But I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. There's a lot of football going on, but I just don't see you coming back from it right now.
Right?
You know, but other than that, you got anything else to add to the show?
You know, the current right now, I'm just glad to be on, and look forward to being on again.
Well, we'll definitely have you back at a later date. And like I said, if you're interested in looking it up, it's the Hardnose Sports Report on YouTube. And you're going in at the 50-minute mark. That's when you came on. So you can fast forward through all the other shit if you want. But yeah, we appreciate you coming on the show today. Be good, be safe, and I'll call you later when I get off.
I'll stay tuned in.
All right. Well, if you want to come on, you know, you got it. Check me out, the Hardnose Sports Report on YouTube.
Awesome.
Talk to you. Bye. And that was one of our friends from the local. That was Bryce Harder. That is my son. He was on the show now. He's my first actual alive guest to actually come on the show. I'd like to figure out how I can invite people and we could split screen it and do that. I just haven't figured that out yet. I'm not too technologically advanced. I'm lucky I'm on right now. But that's how it goes. We've got ourselves a game. I'll tell you that. 7-6 Green Bay. With 1:17 left in the half. You got it. We're live right here on the Hardnose Sports Report. And I'm watching this Giants team, and they just keep taking down the Eagles. It's sack after sack. The Eagles are cooked, ladies and gentlemen. If you're an Eagles fan, throw your hat in the trash, light the fucking lighter, and that's that. It's done. It's over. You're going home. We do have somebody watching on the air right now, and who might that be? Leave a comment in the bottom. and we'll see who it is. We're glad to have you on the line. We're glad to have you on the Hardnose Sports Report live. We're doing it live from Alabama. We've got a 7-0 Chiefs lead over the Chargers with 6 minutes to go in the half. We got the Seahawks hanging in tough, baby! Hanging in tough. So, we're just kicking back, talking NFL football today and all the playoff scenarios that can take place. We've got 2 people watching right now. Say something, say it loud, say it proud. San Francisco with 4 minutes and change left in the half is up by 7. 14-7. And can you believe it? The Dallas Cowboys woes just keep happening on the road as they're losing to the hapless Washington Commanders. I'll just say it right. The Commanders. And we've got 3 people watching. Holy cow. We got the place filling up. The Hardnose Sports Report is live from Alabama. Big afternoon for Justin Jefferson with a $192 through the air. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 144 receiving yards. Big afternoon. CeeDee Lamb having himself a nice little afternoon as always. And oh my gosh, we had a big day in what very well could have been the last game of Derrick Henry's career in Nashville, Tennessee. So he had 159 yards rushing this afternoon as Mike Vrabel just fed him the ball. Fed him the ball over and over and over again. Yeah, same bad luck went our way on to Dallas. It's something mental in their head. They are a much better team than what they've been. I mean, 3-5 on the road this year going into today's game. Hello, 3-5. Is it? Could they go 3-6 when it's all said and done? Yeah, the only bird that's going down. Yeah, my ass. Let me tell you something, Mr. Harder. I know you have some issues at times. You got to put the bottle down and just watch and learn. I think if I get in the playoffs, I go farther than the Eagles. But that's just me saying it how it is. I mean, look at this. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Oh my gosh, that is too good. No flag on the play. That is the best replay I've seen all year right there. Just to enlighten you what I'm watching on television, ladies and gentlemen. As the Eagles punter went back to punt, he let loose a nice, beautiful, high spiraling shot. But the Giants defender comes rushing in just as he kicks it and looks like he's going to just slam the punter to the ground. And he ensues to wrap his hands around him and hold him up as Brandon Mann, the punter for the Eagles, literally tries to flail back like he's been pounded. And the ref is standing there watching. Absolutely priceless. Giants with the ball, though, with 5 minutes to go in the half. And they look like they're going to make it a 17-0 lead. The Eagles can do nothing on offense. The Eagles can do nothing on defense. There is absolutely nothing that they have left. They appear to be in complete disarray. Complete disarray. Saquon to the end zone. 17-0 Giants. With the PAT pending. Oh my God. Huge. This is horrible. They can do nothing. What team is going to the playoffs? The Eagles or the Giants? Because it looks flip-flopped right now. I hear you there. Look at that. I know Bryce would have something to say about that because he's an Eagles fan. But, hey, this will be 19 or 20 straight years. I know it's at least 19. It could be 20 straight years. The NFC East has not had back-to-back champions. That is unfathomable to think. That in 20 years, and I don't care what team it is, because I'm not a fan of any of them, but the Cowboys, the Redskins, Commanders, the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Giants, or the Eagles, not one of them has been able to repeat a division championship in 20 straight years after today. That is insane. That is crazy. Nuts. Absolutely crazy. Oh, no, we know. Listen, we know all about that. Hey, you got to love your team no matter who you're going for. You got to love your squad. You got to love your squad no matter what. Listen, I'm a Seahawk fan. Plenty of years where I was just pounded and demolished. But here come the Cowboys down to the 1 yard line. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Yeah, that's a nice Tony Pollard run right there. What? We got 3 games going at once here. Green Bay up 7-6 on Chicago. 10-7 Washington over them boys. And then Seahawks up 10-3 on the Cards. Me being a Seahawk fan, I need a huge victory, and I need Chicago with a big victory over Green Bay. Izzy girl, come here. I'm going to bring the dog in right now. Izzy, sit on down. Yep. That's my dog right here, Izzy girl. Izzy, say hi to the fans out there in YouTube land. Yeah, it's a good girl. We're live right here on the Hardnose Sports Report. Looking forward to talking sports with you any day, all day, every way you want to talk it. We do it. Yes, we do. We might get a little pumped up at times. We might get a little loud at times. But we got to rock and roll 7-6 at the half. Green Bay, Chicago. Wow. Wow. And Pollard right in. They take the lead. They take the lead. No, that's not Bella. This is Izzy. Bella passed away a couple years ago. We lost her due to cancer. This one here is Izzy. She's a good girl. She's a little smaller than Bella. She was the runt of the litter. She's only 52 pounds. She's a little over 2 years. Let's see, October, November, December, January. 2 years and 3 months old now. We've had her since she was about 4 weeks old. And she's a little crazier than Bella. This one's got a mean streak to her at times. But she's the princess of the house. And she thinks everything belongs to her. My goodness. But don't you, Izzy? I'll tell you. Yeah, it is what it is. You know. She was all infested with the cancer, bro. Bad. Oh my God. It was bad. They had a big surgery. Kept her alive for about an extra 2 months. Yeah, and then it was just, but it is what it is. I want to say to everybody that showed up here today, as we're going to be probably kicking off here. We've been on just about an hour and change. I want to say thank you for coming. We're on the Hardnose Sports Report. We're live always when we're on. And maybe I do a little show tomorrow during the college football playoffs. Right now we got 2 viewers, and I know one of them is Jess, but I don't know who the other one is. I don't know if it's Bryce or if it's Joey or who the hell it is. Now we got 3 on. But I want to say thank you for coming. I'll see you next time on the Hardnose Sports Report. Peace out. Go Hawks.
2-minute warning in New Jersey, 2-minute warning in Glendale, Arizona. Here in Las Vegas, we got 13 seconds.
What the fuck?